Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be reacting to
Unpopular K-pop opinions because SM is blacklisting EXO, Taemin, Jessica, and everyone who left. Oops, let's see.
1. Is SM secretly blacklisting EXO's Xiaomin? His agency 100 just called out KBS for blocking him from Music Bank, claiming it's tied to KBS's dealings with SM Entertainment, basically accusing SM of sabotage, blocking Xiaomin from appearing on the show whenever SM groups have ongoing promotions. KBS immediately clapped back, denying the allegations hard. This is a textbook maneuver from a company that's weaponized media control for decades. The fact that Xiaomin's agency even had to publicly accuse KBS of colluding with SM to block his Music Bank appearance screams systemic rot. KBS's denial? A rehearsed script. SM's
I
silence?
wonder how active EXO is.
They're the ones who just released. No, that was GOT7. EXO. I don't know. Maybe like they do like a comeback every year or so. I don't know.
Because I don't know if it's blacklisting. I think now production mainly relies on what they want to do and not necessarily the company.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really remember last time EXO dropped something.
Hmm.
Yeah, because the GOT7 comes to mind, but GOT7, that's a different group. Yeah, so we have been reacting to their stuff, but it's their older stuff. I don't know.
Deafening complicity. Their history is a graveyard of careers held hostage. TVXQ's ex-members spent 16 years exiled from Korean broadcast TV after their 2009 lawsuit. Girls' Generation's Jessica, erased from SNSD history like she was never there. EXO's China line, systematically scrubbed from narratives. Now EXO CBX, despite winning their legal battle for fair contracts against SM, are being treated like pariahs, scrubbed from SM town concerts, sidelined at awards and gaslit by SM's PR machine. The common thread? Dissent equals career annihilation. SM's strategy isn't subtle. Make an example of anyone who dares challenge their authority. Ensuring fear keeps others in line. Just look at Baekhyun, who had 0 award stage appearances despite selling over 1.4 million albums last year. He was 2024's best-selling
That's interesting, Baekhyun. He was an EXO member, so I guess she does have a point about this.
soloist, yet ghosted by every year-end awards show despite nominations and his own hype. SM apologists will whine about scheduling conflicts, but when an artist moves 1.4 million units and still can't secure a mic on Mama or Melon Music, the math
True.
doesn't add up. This
Yeah,
isn't
that's a
incompetence, it's
problem.
punishment for leaving SM on bad terms. KBS's "we didn't do it" rebuttal reeks of corporate kabuki theater. SM is propped up by Kakao's monopolistic media empire and holds networks hostage. Refuse to play ball? Say goodbye to NCT, SPA or Rise promos, a death sentence for ratings. Networks aren't neutral.
I
They're
wonder if it's also like a money issue, guys.
In what sense?
That, a lot of these companies right now, they don't have a lot of the funds as they used to.
No. But so what's
Blacklisting is not hold like blocking funds. Or?
I think they're blacklisting people that have left the group. They're the label. They're basically what they're doing, I think. It's like, for example, Hybe and Eugene situation. So if Eugene somehow successfully leaves Hybe, I think Hybe would basically call up everybody and use their powers. Like do not put them on air.
Got it.
So I think that's what SM is doing. Is all the groups that have left, they're basically saying, or groups or individual members that have left the group, they're basically saying, okay, don't put them on air. I think that's what's happening. I think those people that we're talking about here, they have left SM label.
Hostages to SM's leverage. Meanwhile, Kakao's stake in SM ensures the company operates
That's
with near
not
government.
very nice.
Yeah, I mean, in a utopia, yeah, that wouldn't happen. But in a business like that, now since they left me, now they're my competitors, and if I have some juice, some squeeze, I'm gonna try to make some juice. I don't know. It's unethical, but
Making juice.
that's kind of how business works nowadays.
Mental impunity.
Not just nowadays, always.
The result? A closed-loop system where SM dictates terms. Artists eat scraps and fans perform outrage that evaporates by next comeback. It's the same thing that's happening with Hybe and New Jeans. The industry's old guard would rather burn it all down than let idols dismantle their feudal system. SM, JYP,
Yep.
YG, they're all invested in maintaining the illusion that stepping out of line means ending your career. New Jeans' rebrand will only prove the system's unbreakable. The rot isn't just SM, it's the entire ecosystem enabling them, media outlets, award shows, even fans who prioritize standing peaceful companies over artist rights. Remember, SM didn't blacklist XTVXQ alone, broadcasters complied. SM didn't silence Jessica. Industry peers avoided her. EXO CBX's erasure
True.
isn't just
I
SM's doing.
mean, but they can't deny that they working together. Like they do it for a reason. They're not just gonna block someone just to block them.
What do you mean working together?
These other companies, that these third parties that don't put them on a platform. Because for example for Mama, what's to stop Mama requesting EXO from being on its platform?
I think what's happening here is, as Sam like says in this case, if you put this person on, we're not gonna send any of an artist your way. In that case, so for
Is this said or understood?
well, I don't know, I'm not there, but it implied, said, whatever. So basically, they're saying you want Espa on your show. Well, that's what you gotta do. And Espa is like the next hot thing. Last year, this year seems to be Ive taking that spot, but last year it was Espa. So they kind of had a little pull. So I think that's what happened.
It's ESPA based on the awards, but when we saw like some data, it looked like it was wait, is it Ive or Black Velvet?
Black Velvet, no such thing. Red Velvet.
Sorry, whew. Red Velvet.
I think last year it was Espa. This year though, 2025 seems like Ive is taking this year. At least so far, Ive is starting out strong. So they had like a bunch of perfect all kills in the show. So I think this might be Ive's year. But last year it was Espa. So
It's everyone who shrugs and says that's just how it is, until SM's media stranglehold is broken. Until networks grow spines, and until fans boycott SM's next shiny group to protect the artists they claim to love, this cycle won't just continue, it'll evolve. 2. Updates on Taeil's lawsuit. 5
finally,
months after facing allegations of taking advantage of an intoxicated woman
12?
alongside 2 others,
I think she said 5.
Taeil has been formally charged, but won't be detained
Okay.
as the case progresses. Despite police pushing for arrests earlier, the court shot down the request, arguing there was no urgent need to jail them since they've already admitted to the crime. Since the investigation kicked off,
What? Go back. I don't
No,
understand.
you don't need to go back. She said they already admitted to the crime. So he admitted to the crime. I think he
Huh? Then why not? He's not in jail.
really Ed?
I look different.
arguing there was no urgent need to jail them since they've already admitted to the crime. Since the investigation kicked off last August, Taeil's been MIA publicly, with sources citing health struggles as his reason for silence. Now with this non-custodial indictment, the case inches forward, but accountability and transparency remain hazy. Many fans are confused about why he won't be held in jail until prosecution, especially since he's already admitted to the crimes. But from a legal perspective,
So he admitted he did it. So why is he not in prison? I don't understand that either. I guess maybe that's how Korean system works. Cause yeah, if you
Cause might as well start doing the time now.
yeah, and like whenever they do your court hearings to determine how much time you're serving, they just deduct the time served. That's so weird. Cause I guess here in the States for financial crimes you can kind of pick your date. Not like pick, but they give you like 3 months to get your affairs in order or some shit. But for like physical crimes like violent crimes, because rape would be a violent crime.
I also wonder, because he says he did it, will they be lenient on him?
I think so. I think that's why. I think that's why he admitted it, because they're probably gonna give him a slap on the wrist.
confessing to a crime doesn't guarantee jail time before trial. Courts usually only lock someone
Confessing to a crime doesn't guarantee jail time. So what? They're just gonna fine him? That doesn't mean what?
up pre-prosecution if there's serious concerns they'll flee, tamper with evidence, or harm others.
I
In
guess
this,
since he's not like a flight risk, like he doesn't show like he's cooperating. So cause he's cooperating, they're not making it necessary to hold him up in jail before prosecution, before they have the trial.
Weird.
case, since Taeil admitted guilt and wasn't seen as dangerous or a flight risk, the court probably figured why jail him now? It's also cheaper and less messy for the system to let non-violent offenders stay out while paperwork grinds forward. It sucks, but the law cares more.
Non-violent. So that's rape is not considered a violent crime, or was he accused of something other than rape then? Because I thought the idea was that he raped the girl. No, no, like him and like his friends raped the girl or something like that.
More about cold hard risks like someone actually running than public anger. It's a balance. Protecting someone's rights until they're officially sentenced versus satisfying the urge for instant accountability. I personally disagree with this decision because those 3 men could still pose a threat to other women. But unfortunately, that's how the system works. The most chilling detail here isn't just that all 3 men admitted it, it's the glaring asymmetry in their confessions. 2 co-accused conveniently claimed the crime wasn't planned, while Taeil, the silent centerpiece, refused to even address the question. Now, factor in the grotesque timing. This horror show dropped on his birthday. Coincidence? Unlikely. Birthdays are rituals, curated moments, so if this was a twisted celebration, it reeks of premeditation, not impulse. Premeditation isn't just a legal checkbox. It's the line between monstrous intent and monstrous action. It's like saying I meant to. By staying mute, Taeil's silence is a calculated shield, leaving room for the darkest interpretation. And let's not pretend the court's no detention logic holds water if premeditation's proven. It guts their flimsy no urgent risk argument. You don't need a weapon to weaponize intent. The system's obsession with practical risks like flight and evidence tampering ignores the moral risk of normalizing criminals who treat crimes like birthdays. Planned, anticipated, executed. Justice isn't just about where you lock someone up. It's about sending a message that premeditated violence isn't a loophole to dodge consequences. But here we are.
Do
3
you
men
think
walk
they
free.
intentionally did it on his birthday?
Yeah, I mean that was birthday celebration plan. I would think so. This is, I mean, I get what she's saying. About it's not right the fact that he's not being jailed right now, and he would be jailed here in the States. So applying American laws logic, it is hard to understand why he's not jailed right now.
They would put him in jail, but he would have the
Yes.
opportunity to bond himself out of jail.
You think so?
Yeah, like P. Diddy.
But P Diddy doesn't have the.
He was declined because of how grotesque the crimes were.
Mm. Well, I don't know. Like, if that's how laws work there, that's how laws work. I mean, like we can't apply American laws in Korea. We can't just do that.
A court shrugs and a victim's trauma gets buried under legal jargon about confessions and efficiency. If this isn't proof the system prioritizes process over people, what is? 3.
But it is weird the fact that he confessed. I don't know what else they need to investigate though.
I wonder why he decided to confess.
They probably had like a plea deal or something, which usually when that happens, you go immediately to everything is like fast track. That's why they want you to plea, because everything is fast tracked. You don't have to waste government resources. So the fact that he confessed and they're still investigating, it's a little confusing.
Fans have
Maybe
no
they
clue
saw it as, oh, that was too easy. Maybe there's more to this.
I don't think so. I don't think they will. No, I don't think so. It's a misogynistic society. I really think he's gonna get a slap on the wrist.
lip syncing actually sounds like. After I accused Lisa of lip syncing at the Oscars, Lilies weren't having it, drowning in a sea of denial, mistaking algorithmic polish for raw talent. The debate over lip
This
syncing
shirt
isn't
remind
about
me of T-Mobile.
Yes, it's T-Mobile.
whether it happens. It's about how to spot it when the industry has weaponized audio engineering to gaslight your ears. The fan mantra of "they're just too good to be real" is a lazy deflection. Here's the unfiltered truth. The body doesn't lie, but your eyes might. Forget breathiness or stable high notes. The dead giveaway is biomechanical dissonance. When a vocalist belts, their body reacts, not just theatrically, but physiologically. Take chest resonance. Live singing demands diaphragmatic engagement. Watch for the subtle pulse in the chest and shoulders during sustained notes. Lip-synced performances often feature static torsos, no heaving,
I mean,
no
she was
tension.
dancing. Her outfit, she was really clothed. I don't know how you saw all that.
I don't know. I'm honestly tired of this. Like, who cares if she lip synced or not? Like, who gives a fuck? She wasn't even the highlight in her own segment. Why are we talking about her? Let's talk about how Doja slayed. Let's talk about how Ray slayed. Let's talk about how Rihanna and Cynthia slayed. Who cares about what Lisa did? Like, come on, let's move on.
While the track blares a power note. Then there's the facial microtension. Live vocals strain facial muscles, a jaw tightening on a high note, nostrils flaring during a crescendo. These can't be
Like,
faked.
let's say she did lip sync. And did any of us really think she was a singer? I never did. Did you? I think everybody knows she's not a singer. So why are we applying that, oh, she has to be the next Mariah Carey? That's not what she does. That's not what she's known for. She's a dancer first, rapper second. Singer was never her cup of tea. So why we expect her to be it's like whatever.
But she didn't say no to the opportunity. She said, yeah.
Yeah, why would she say no? That's money. Well, I don't think she got paid for it, but that's fame, in the States, and because of that performance on the Oscars. Well, guess what? She's on Jimmy Kimmel last night, and we're gonna react to that. But
I can't wait.
but still, like, she got to go on Jimmy Kimmel, and I don't know if Blackpink has gone before. Well, maybe Jennie has gone or Rosie as a solo artist, but I don't think as a group they went. So it might be Lisa's first time. It's a big deal, so who cares?
Without looking like a bad soap opera actor. Pre-recorded tracks, smooth faces, zero grit. Then there's sync glitches, when a dancer's headbang or spin doesn't distort their vocal projection. Say no muffling or no volume dip. You're hearing a sanitized track.
Like, I say that we can talk about it, like, for the first video we talked about it. Cool, she lip sync, okay. Second time, okay, we're pushing it.
Everyone wants to talk about it.
This is the third time. No, it's her though. It's the same channel. Like, how many times we gonna talk about the same issue? Like, there's no new developments. It's like, whatever, it is what it is.
Physics doesn't take smoke breaks. The live versus fake divide isn't binary. It's a spectrum manipulated by producers, starting with MR or music recorded. The industry's favorite smokescreen, MR isn't pure instrumental. It's the original studio vocal lowered just enough to let idols layer live vocals over it. The catch? If the live mic feed matches the studio version's pitch perfectly, down to the vibrato timing, it's pre-recorded MR, real voices waver, algorithms don't, then we have AR or all recorded.
True. We don't know all these informations. This is more, I never knew all this.
Yeah.
Straight up playback. The Taeil, synchronized reverb, studio tracks bake in ambient effects tailored for headphones, not a venue's acoustics. If the vocal reverb doesn't shift when the camera cuts from a wide shot to a close-up, it's AR. Then we have LAR or live all recorded. This is AR with live seasoning, fake breaths, crowd noise, even scripted voice cracks. But
the info she's saying is interesting, and it should deserve a video on its own, to be fair. But it needs to be like a nice video with presentation, diagrams, examples. This we having girls in the background, like what are we getting out of this? I have no idea what we're talking about.
You dragging K-pop spy for 20 minutes.
But LAR's fatal flaw? Breath to movement lag. If a breath sound occurs mid-backflip or during a move that'd collapse lung.
No, I'm just saying, like, this info is interesting in itself. Yeah. I don't know none of it. But this setup, what we're getting, like a rant about Lisa and it kind of being a sidetrack, that's not how she should do. She should do like a whole video, like a nice little PowerPoint. Then we can, we can look at it.
Lung capacity. Like intense choreo, it's baked in. Lastly, we have LMR or live music recorded, the hybrid. Here, MR and live vocals duel for dominance. Spot it by isolating pitch correction artifacts. Live vocals have organic pitch drift. LMR vocals snap to auto-tune grids abruptly in live sections. It's really tricky to tell all these apart, but it's not impossible. People saying, but I hear their live vocals.
I wonder if everyone on the stage is aware of who's using like live and who's using pre-recorded.
No idea. I don't know. I think people sitting close probably can hear.
No, I mean like the amongst the artists. Like if you're performing with two other people,
they know.
Do they know?
I would think so. I think Ray and Doja knew.
The music. Sure, because labels use dynamic backtracking. The backtrack isn't a static volume. It's a responsive shield. During dance breaks, it's cranked to 11. During emotional close-ups, lowered to feign intimacy. The proof? Sudden vocal clarity in moments when the idol's mic should have picked up movement noise, like with rustling clothes or foot stomps. No mic crackle? You're hearing a studio track. Many times groups weaponize their main vocalists as a human shield. When the belter goes live, stands extrapolate, screaming everyone's live. Nope, backup members often mouth.
I mean, she saw like mic crackles and stuff like that. Listen, in Korea maybe, but here in the States and UK, by the way, we reacted to Anne-Marie yesterday. Production was supreme, like 10 times better of whatever we see in K-pop. Like the vocals, everything fire. If the setup is like that, and I assume all Oscars have a top-notch setup, we wouldn't hear no crackling, no nothing. It's like these are biggest events in the world. Like the money that goes into it, this is no music bank where you can hear, every week is like they pay artists $30 to perform. It's nothing like that. Like we wouldn't hear none of these. Although to be fair, Eminem did have technical difficulties. We watched it, so I don't, that kind of counters my point a little bit. But
technology can have a bad day too.
But it is the best of the best technology, so we shouldn't really hear that stuff anyway.
To live music recorded while the main vocals mic is hot. Test it. Mute the video. If the vocal balance shifts from group harmony to one voice dominating inconsistently, it's a soloist carrying the lie. And even when it's fully live, don't forget about the industry's dirty secret: post-production live mixes. Even live performances are often re-recorded post-show. Networks tweak pitch, splice takes and add crowd noise before uploading.
Yes, they do that. Some networks, they do that.
To catch this, compare raw fan cams with unedited.
But as I said, like, who cares? Why are we going so deep into it? Like, it's not really a big deal. Like, if she was Mariah Carey type of singer, Whitney Houston, then it would be a big deal probably, because that's what they're known for. So we would be looking at them sideways. But when the artist is not really known, like Lisa is kind of notorious for lip syncing, so like whatever.
Audio to the broadcast. If the fan cam vocals sound thinner, flatter, or off rhythm, the official version's been Frankensteined. All in all, K-pop's lip sync culture isn't about talent, it's about control, labels, sell perfection, erasing humanity for marketability. But critical fans aren't haters. They're audiovisual sleuths demanding transparency. Next.
Critical fans aren't haters. However, they start coming off as haters when they keep talking about it and beating the dead horse. That's the difference.
And not accepting things for what they are.
Yeah, like, not being a hater is we talked about it, we move on, whatever. That's not being a hater, that's just acknowledging the truth. When we keep beating the dead horse over and over again, it really starts coming off as a hater.
Time someone says they're just too good to be lip syncing, hit them with this: no, they're too flawless to be live. 4. Let's review and mixes pre-release High Horse.
We can't review because we haven't reacted to, but I didn't even know they released it, so maybe we should. That's interesting. We like Mix over here.
Okay, guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord in the Zoe. Share as much kindness as possible.